Hello again everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at more 1/64 scale die cast. This time it's a set by First Gear, and this is a 1/64 scale Freightliner Classic XL Tractor 3-piece set that they did. And it's one of the favorites that I have in my collection. But let's get on to the review. Now to begin with, I still got the box that this set came in, and it's in pretty good shape, a little dusty. But this review isn't about the box, but I'll just show you real quick here what we have. There's information, which is upside down, in regards to features and details that these trucks have. There's also some information over here. The copyright date says 2007 on this. Whether that's when the set was made, I don't know. I think it was around 2012 I purchased this. But I got this set from Outback Toys, and it still has the price tag on it. $59.95. We'll talk about price here a little bit later, but with the box out of the way, I don't think there's anything else that needs to be shown on that. We'll go ahead and take a closer look at the trucks. I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but part of the reason I purchased this set is just because of how different it was. I mean, it's a lot different than your normal combo sets where you'd get a truck and a trailer. This here, you actually get 3 rigs connected to each other. And like I said, just because it's so different is part of why it interested me so much. And this is the kind of setup you'd see going down the interstate sometimes, because I believe this is how they transport these trucks to and from the dealers. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to pick up one for myself. And I also have the Volvo set and the Max set that First Gear did. Although I'd have to say out of the 3 of them, the Freightliner is definitely my favorite. But I'll go ahead and pull the front rig off here to show you guys the details. And I probably don't need to mention details. You can probably see them all for yourselves. But a few things I will point out is the fact that the truck does have the working steering. It's a lot smoother than DCP's steering, but at the same time, First Gear doesn't use the locking mechanism. But that's a nice touch. The trucks do have opening hoods, if I can get it open here. Nicely detailed motor in there. Not sure if that's a Freightliner motor or not. You guys could probably tell me. Right there's the shaft for the steering. That's a nice detail there. Hoods are a little loose just because of the way they're mounted. But I don't know, maybe some guys would like that. But another detail on these trucks, and I'll bring in a tool here. First Gear gave these opening doors, and if you look inside, you can see the details in the cab there. But I really like the opening doors on these trucks, and unfortunately I think First Gear in later years got away from this detail, probably just due to manufacturing costs. It was too expensive to give the trucks opening doors. But that's a feature I really like on these Freightliners, and the Volvos and Max also have that as well. But you can see all the chrome work and little parts and lights and everything. Really impressive look on these trucks. And going around to the back here, you got the airlines, also grab handles here. I mean, the quality is definitely in these First Gear trucks, and I remember I was really impressed with these compared to the DCPs. Not saying that DCP is bad, it's just some of these First Gear trucks, they were over the top with detail when compared to DCP. But again, I'm not saying DCP is bad. I've got quite a few of those trucks in my collection, really enjoy them. But go underneath here, you can see you got drive shaft detail around the axles and everything. I mean, these are really nicely done, real quality in these, and I don't think First Gear makes these particular Freightliners anymore, but they are really nice looking trucks. I'll go ahead and show you guys the white and black trucks as well. So I got the other 2 trucks on the turntables here, and surprisingly they're actually working. I don't think they were designed to move objects this heavy, but you can get a 360-degree look at these other 2 rigs, and they're basically the same as the red one I showed earlier. The only difference is that there is a plastic pin mounted to the front axle here, and this is removable, but that's how the trucks can connect to each other. Just go ahead and set that back on the turntable there. But Yeah, and about the only other difference is the colors used. Like the one in the background was black on red. This one here is red on black, and then the white one is gold on white. So, yeah. I mean, I think these are a couple sharp looking trucks. They definitely make a good set. Now, I'm not sure what else to say about this set, so I'm just going to give my final thoughts on it. But I think the big detail that makes this stand out is the fact that we have opening doors, opening hoods, and working steering on all three trucks. And you combine those three major details with the overall look of these being the chrome work and the other parts like the lights, air cleaners, mirror stacks, etc. It makes this a very desirable set. And I honestly feel like First Gear should consider releasing something like this again, because from what I've seen, these sets are highly sought after these days. I don't know about the Freightliner set, but a few years back there I did see a Volvo set on eBay, and that went for $300. Now, those prices really depend on who's buying it and who's selling it. But, I mean, if the Volvo set went for that much, I hate to know what this Freightliner set would be. I purchased this one again for $59.95, sorry. Call that $60 back in around 2012. And that makes it seem like a really good deal considering what some of these sets are going for these days. I think the Freightliner set would be the most desirable out of the three. I know they did a couple variations of the Max set, and I think you can still pick those up today. The Volvos are a little harder to find, but again, I feel like the Freightliner set would be the most desirable. And I'm not 100% sure on all the little details, but I was told that apparently First Gear only made around 200 of these sets, so it was a limited run, which probably also adds to why they're so sought after these days. But I will say this much: if you're somebody that's into 1/64 scale die cast, 1/64 scale rigs and everything, this is a set well worth picking up, although I wouldn't be paying around $200 to $300 for it. I'd say if you can get this set for around $100, maybe a little bit more, I think it's pretty reasonable at that price. But again, your biggest problem is going to be finding one to begin with. But again, highly recommended if you want one of these and you can find one, definitely well worth picking up. But anyways, that's going to do it for this review. You guys let me know your thoughts on this set in the comments down below. And also feel free to give suggestions for other 1/64 scale diecast stuff you'd like to see on this channel.